Hey, welcome to episode 2. We'll get back to the economy. So we're building up real slow. We're employing our peasants as laborers, farmers, and shopkeepers. Oh, and it looks like Pennsylvania has started a native uprising against us. Native uprising against us. Yep, so let's take our army, mobilize, send them down. And I'm going to take a look here at our buildings and our economy. The private sector is building a cornfield. I'm going to take a look at my market, and I can see I could probably use some coal. So I'm going to go to Ohio and put a coal mine. Alright, and click play. Now I wonder how many units Pennsylvania can get. They can have 9 total. And I've colonized Pernambuco. Awesome. So I'm gonna go down here and build a coffee plantation. So after the coal mine, I'll build coffee. Our population is 10.5 million, and the standard of living seems like it's going down over time. That's alright. It's because of all the peasants that we are bringing into the fold. Pennsylvania broke out. Off to war. Okay, we won. Back to colonization. Now I know Pennsylvania gets bonuses for, let's see, coal and wood. They can make hardwood. So eventually I'm going to want to put my logging camps in here, change them to hardwood, and change Ohio back to just regular lumber. Yeah, I'm not going to look at those. Oh wait, is that, yeah, never mind. Let's see, fish still. I should colonize New Jersey. I'm going to go ahead and put a colony in New Jersey. That way we can get some more fish. The fish wharfs in New York just aren't hiring enough. And the coal mine in Ohio is now going to be done in about a week. Okay, there, it's done. Now I need more tools. And I'm not building any tools. So I'm going to go ahead and put a tool workshop. And so these factories, the food, furniture, glass, paper, textile, tools, and yeah, that's it. Those factories only employ shopkeepers and laborers. So they're kind of like glorified lumber mills. And these other factories employ machinists and engineers, which we need higher education for that. See, right now, let's see. Well, Michigan doesn't need any engineers for anything. The only engineers I use right now are in New York for the shipyards. Yeah. The fishing wharves aren't hiring because the port, anybody who becomes able to be hired is hired right by the port. So once the port fills up, they'll start coming back to the fishing wharves. I'm going to build my tools in Michigan before I build the fishing wharfs in New Jersey. So Pennsylvania is done being colonized, it looks like. see, 100. Let's see, a million, almost 2 million people. 1.97. Mostly bureaucratic interest. Ohio's aristocratic interests. Same with New York and Ontario and Michigan. So Pennsylvania is the only one that has the bureaucrats. Is the highest clout. Wonder why. So the coffee plantation down here is almost done in the colonies. Now down here in this colony, it is Nordestino, which is Latin American settlers, Brazilian Latin American settlers, and Afro-Brazilian, Afro-diaspora, and then of course we have 1,000 Yankees down here that are citizens. Yeah, so the coffee plantation is done, so the price of coffee is now back down to a reasonable price. Well, I guess it was always high. And I do want to change this. Oh, it won't let me yet. Let's see, let me read this. I can't, you are not allowed to have enacted either regulatory, cosmopolitan, guaranteed liberties, collectivized agriculture. I don't want violent treatment. I want to get rid of violent treatment eventually. Is there any kind of thing I could change in here real quick? I can go down to, I can try to go down to Confederated. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to move it. See what happens. And it looks like, so this is the Better Politics mod. This is how passing laws work. You can negotiate with the interest groups who oppose it. So you can click on them and you get these events. So I can make deals. I can make deals with the interest groups if I want to. And I'm going to put these offers are not in Michigan's interest. I guess I should probably pick something now since I opened it. Let's add some fine print about political consciousness. It will cease opposing Confederated using stalled enactment chant, decreased by 15%. I'll just do that. Yeah, so when I go to pass a law, each one of these interest groups has a vote, and they all vote separately, and you have to either sway them, or you could pass a law that every one of them wants, which is what you should do. Eventually we'll get there. We're going to change all of these laws into something more civilized. Alright, so I got New Jersey. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put down a colony in every single state that I'm touching. Now, even though that's going to give us a little tiny chunk, it's just one more place that we can build buildings in all around our borders. So let's push out. So now we got our main colony down here. So the colonies don't need to go too fast. They can slow down a bit. The peasant movement has organized mass protests across the Michigan region. While the protesters have remained peaceful for now, local authorities have raised concerns about possible violence. Okay, so that's fine. We'll let them do it. Let the peasants do whatever they want. The society's all about freedom, baby. So the tooling shop is almost complete. It's got 6 weeks left. Now after the tooling shop, I'm going to go ahead and build a logging camp and a vineyard and private sector's building a cornfield, so I'm probably going to build another one. Yeah, that looks fine to me. I want to get this GDP up a little more. It looks like we had a recent spike in the GDP, maybe from this coal mine coming into operation. Yeah, so now we got a few colonies where they're going to take 1,000 days, but there's other colonies that only take a couple weeks. That's fine. We're going to go slow from now on. And I do have the money. I want to go and set up my second overseas colony, and it's going to be Hudavendingar, which is the same place basically as East Constantinople. So I'm going to go ahead and declare my interest over here in Anatolia. Get our Anatolia colonies up here. It says there's a famine, and it is in Manitoba. Looks like there's actually famines across the whole world. That's alright. Part of our business here is we need to save these populations from inside the other states. Services in Manitoba is expensive. So it looks like a lot of things is going wrong up here. There's eight Yankees have moved in. 8 colonists. I guess starvation is probably gonna happen because of the colonial exploitation law, which is a really bad one. I need to try to get this up to colonial resettlement if I can. So I think the interest is probably locked in. So now I can start my colony in Hudavendingar, whatever it's called. And I can click here. I'll remove the conscription center. Don't need that. And I'll build a opium plantation, a silk plantation, and a tea plantation. That's going to be the main goods that I get from over in this area. Now I'm going to check my tool factory. 25 shopkeepers and 225 laborers was enough to bring the totally crash the price of tools. So now the coal mine can buy cheap tools, hire people, and make cheap coal. Now I am going to go through my buildings list since I have a couple of new ones to put down. Now I'm going to privatize them. A commission has been sent to the prestigious Arts Academy of Michigan to get one of their finest composers to write the national opera, composed as a Grandeur of Michigan. So let's see. It should be a free service. Professional interests get -4 interest group approval. So this is going to make my academics more radical, but I don't really have any. Go to my census for 1 minute, and academics, 4.44 thousand. Yeah, so they're mostly in Michigan. All of them are in Michigan. They're all Yankee. There's 114 Dixie aristocrats. Or no, not aristocrats, academics. Yeah, I think I can make them. I think I can do that. Let's see. Yeah, it'll be free. It should be free. Why not? Should have to pay for it. If they want to do it, they'll do it on their own. So my bureaucracy is negative. So I'm going to come to my government administration. Yeah, I'll put one down here in Michigan. And we need 1,900 aristocrats. But everything else is all caught up here in Michigan. Enough shopkeepers, enough officers. So we're going to get that green check mark pretty soon. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm building the fishing wharfs in New Jersey. I did put down a lot in this list, huh? I'm going to put the government on top so I can hurry up and finish that off. Home affairs. Let's see. I could probably try to move home affairs up to level 2. Once I get the government building put up. Won't be long now. So I'll go here and I'm going to look at my population. And I'll see. So 60% of my people are Yankee. Oh yeah, I gotta put it on faster speed. That's why it's taking so long. I had only had it on 4. So the law that I am enacting has moved over to consideration. It's gonna fail. It's gonna lose. Sorry though. That would have been nice to move that down. Yeah, my goals for the laws are, I'm not worried too much about what the government is. I really want my human rights to be as, you know, I want no speech interference. I'd like to have workers' rights. I need to have children in school. I need to have women's rights. I need to get rid of slaves, open the borders. I need social security, police, health, schools, all that shit. I need change from serfdom to homesteading. You know, make this place a nice place to live. Right now it's a pretty terrible place. But that's all they know. That's all they have. If I try to change it, they'll crash. It'll collapse their entire society. Now I'm looking to look here at the radicals, and there's a lot of radicals. If I click here in my government window, I can see in the overview. Alright, good. The farming boom. That's what I needed. So you'll see that most people they don't give a shit. They're happy with whatever. But then there's a big chunk here that are radical. And just a tiny sliver that are loyal. I'd like this whole circle to be green. But most of the time it's probably just going to be red. So now I'm building the maize farms here in Michigan. Yeah. Now I wonder if I should actually do these. It's a negative 73 construction efficiency. No thanks. Instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put a logging camp here in Michigan. And when you have a brand new colony, the construction time is always lower. It's always really bad. It takes time for the new people in your new colony to get used to it, to get used to all the changes. Winds of change. Michigan has come a long way since our attention was first brought to it, going from small houses and scattered farmlands to being on its way to becoming a blooming metropolis. Finally, Michigan shines like never before. I gotta get more loyalists. Confederation will fail. I might as well just stop. I might as well go here to my law and cancel the adoption. Yeah, I don't want to adopt anything like that. Waste of time. So the fishing wharfs in New Jersey have completely hired. It's full of shopkeepers and laborers. Only work for $1. Cool. But New York is still having some trouble. The port is all the way hired up. Okay. Change my coal mines to privatize. Change my coffee plantations to privatize. And my port, I'll change my ports to be privatized. Let's take a look at my financial district. They own tobacco field, a vineyard. They also own the shipyard. They bought the shipyard from me. And they have a livestock ranch. Cool. Prince Washington Thorndike expects the same level of competence and meticulousness from his ministers as he applies in his own work. Now the prince turns his attention to overseeing a particular cog in the machine of government. So I can have negative 15 decree cost, plus 25% trade capacity. I don't need that. Plus 10% construction sector building throughput. I'll do that one. Washington Thorndike. He was a leader when I started playing in 1730, or now it's 1757, and he is still the prince. A moderate aristocrat, Yankee Protestant. Yeah, so we're going to have a plus 10% construction efficiency. Let's see, Ontario, what is this? Negative 30 taxation capacity. So now that my government building's done, I'm going to come down here to my home affairs button and I'm going to move it up one level. Same with my law enforcement. I'll move my law enforcement up one level. But I'm not going to move my media regulation up. I'm going to leave it at 1 and I'm going to hopefully try to get rid of that. So I don't want it. So now back to look at Michigan, and I'll build a maize farm. That's the cornfield. It's called maize. I don't like that it's called maize. I wish this building was just called corn farms. But I guess corn, you know, most people probably think the word corn is probably stupid. I guess, I don't know. Maize. I've never heard anyone say, hey, I'm going to eat some maize. So, I don't know. Hey, here's some maize bread. So now those two things are built. I'll put down a new logging camp and a new cornfield. I should build another paper mill. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Put down a paper mill. Now the minting is 7.3 thousand and the construction goods is 2.1 thousand. So I think I can get away with building another construction sector. And I'm going to throw it down here into Ohio. And I know if I put it in Michigan, it's going to increase the throughput, but I'd rather put it in Ohio so that I can get, whoops. I can get the construction efficiency to be a little better. Yeah, it gives a plus 2.2% increase in construction efficiency. A good vintage. The wine producer in Michigan has been lauded by sommeliers. Has been lauded by some liars as outstanding. Alright, good. So, plus 35% wine building output. So, if I look at my qualifications, still not quite there just yet. I'm going to build a livestock ranch and a logging camp. The GDP is 4.6 million now. Literacy rate's up to 30%. I have 16 million people. Go to my goods, see what I'm short. Any shortages? Furniture, right. So go to my furniture factory. I should build some more. What does this cost? 600? Yeah, all of these factories cost 600. Logging camps and farms are 200. I gotta stay focused on my farms. Financial districts are going to privatize the paper mills. So they're up to 6 now. So they bought 2 new buildings. They bought the furniture manufacturing and the food industry. Now it's up. They got 300 capitalists who live here. The main thing they consume is services, transportation, luxury furniture, and guns. That's what I should put, a gun factory. So this guy said some bullshit, and I say, what a ridiculous thing to say, and they all get pissed about it. So yeah, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna put a... Let's see, the arms factory needs iron and hardwood. And I don't have an iron mine yet. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Cornfield. Yeah, just a cornfield. I guess I have two of them in my list, so I'll take one of them off. Let me look through my colonies here, and I'll see what their clout for each one is. Indiana is bureaucrats. Wisconsin, bureaucrats and yeoman farmers. Yeah, bureaucrats, yeoman farmers. West Virginia is the aristocrats and military. Aristocrats and bureaucrats in Maryland. Here's Manitoba. Yeah, aristocrats and bureaucrats. Mostly Catholics up here. Catholic Metis. It says the Metis culture is subarctic Indian, but they're kind of like half French too. So maybe there's a different type. Maybe Franco-Canadian, Anglo-Canadian. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Metis was natives plus French. So yeah, it looks like could build a government sector here in Ontario. That way I could make these red numbers turn green. But I'd rather spend my money on a construction sector. I don't know. I'll build a logging camp and a maize farm, and I'll put down a construction sector in New York. Yeah. I'm gonna build, yeah, I am gonna go ahead and put a furniture, a food, and a paper mill. One of each. And the only qualification I have left here is 1,000.4 aristocrats. 1,400. So hopefully these factories push those numbers up back up to full. I really do want these factories, but I'm gonna cancel those. I'm just gonna build more farms and lumber camp first. They're gonna hit a point where I either can't build anymore or they're gonna not be able to hire anymore. I mean, the vineyard here, I can't believe it still makes money. They pay their laborers $4, and the price of wine is at negative 76%. It's only $11. Costs $11 for one wine, and then let's see. Oh, that's not my wine. Vineyard, wine, consumption. People in Michigan consume 21.3 wine, but total is 50. And I make 133. Delaware has risen up. Okay, so I'll mobilize my army, send them over to Delaware. Oh, I colonized Delaware. It was too late. It rose up too late. So I'll see if I can put any new colonies if I'm touching any more states. If I can't build it, it's going to have that option pop up to build a port. So, yeah, 3 more colonies sent down. GDP is 5.4 million. It's probably mostly from peasants. Put down a cornfield and a logging camp. I can make a new corporation. Let's see what it is. The Michiganian Orchards in Michigan. Probably buy, yeah, 5 vineyards. Cool. Here's an event where I can get 2% more loyalists. I need loyalists. Got way too many radicals. See, most of the radicals are yeoman farmers and peasants. Most of the loyalists, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. So I'll build a cornfield after this logging camp. And let's see, what am I making money? Yeah. I'm going to put down another construction sector. And it's going to be in Pennsylvania. Let me look at New York construction sector. See. Bureaucrats make $9, clerks make $3, laborers make $2. If I compare that to Michigan, 9, 3, and 2. It's the same. 9, 3, 2. I should bring my government wages up to get a boost in authority. and professional and bureaucratic interest approval rates. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna boost my military wages. Yeah, it'll make my military interests happy. So that's fine. Plus it'll pump more money into the economy, into the pops. So cornfield logging camp. Oil in Pennsylvania. The oil rush ran out. So that'll help manufacturing. But there's no manufacturing. I don't think there's anything in Pennsylvania at all. Just a construction sector. The statue of Prince Washington Thorndike. Yeah, I'll build a statue of him. He's been the king for 32 years. Minimum standard of living in New Hampshire, District of Columbia, and Rhode Island. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to put another government building down. And I am going to put one... I'll just put one in Ohio. I don't really care about Ontario at the moment. The logging camp, government, what am I going to build after that? Put down another cornfield. The more cornfields, the better. So what do I got now? Let me look at the population. Farmers, 108,000 farmers. That's 3% of the population. And peasants is still more than half. But these other states that I have here, like Indiana, 98%. Ontario, 83%. Pennsylvania, 97%. New York's 98%. So this, let's see. I don't know what that list is doing. It's like snapping all over. I think it fills up with available people and then they go into the job that they need. Let's see, let me go here. It says we need 1.6 aristocrats, so we get 0.26 aristocrats a month. So I'll build a cornfield and a logging camp. Prince Washington Thorndike expects the same level of competence, and yeah, I already read that. So, decree, trade capacity, construction throughput. I'll do construction again. I should build one of these things, and I'll do paper. Like I already have two, so yeah. When this bar is gold, most all the dividends goes to, I want to say, the investment pool. Let me see. But then if it's gold, it might go to dividends to the financial district. I'm not sure how it works when it fills up. Maybe it's split in half. I should look into that. Oh well. So, paper mill is halfway done. Put down a logging camp and a cornfield. Seven more weeks. That'll bring down the price of paper for my universities and government buildings. I only need 1,000 more aristocrats. So I almost have that green check mark filled in. I'm gonna go for for a furniture factory. Yeah. Luxury furniture is getting pretty expensive. I make 25 and I demand 73, mostly the aristocrats. Which I'm trying to get more of. I only need 900 more. I want to build another construction sector. And I'll put the construction sector, the new one, I'm going to put it in Ontario. I want to at least have one in every state. I think bringing down the construction efficiency, or I guess bringing it up, is probably better than the throughput that I'll get from here for now. Then later I'll probably condense it over here, but whatever. I can declare more interests, so I can do 3 more. So I'll do Italy, I'll do England, and Caribbean. Fish shortage. So I should build another fishing thing here in Connecticut. Yeah. The peasant movement. Let's see. Plus 10% radical, 2% radical. Demonstration organized by the peasant movement has been violently dispersed by the police. They were ordered to disperse. The police are not to blame. Censor the officers. I'm going to censor the officers. I don't want my cops beating people up. Yeah, so I definitely need that fishing wharf. My people are demanding a lot of fish. They're slow to hire, but they're going to be paying a lot of money over here. That'll help these states get rich. I'm going to ban dueling. Who's this? So this socialist wants to duel the king himself. Wait, that's not the same guy. Prince Washington Thorndyke, and this guy is Executive Estunce Thorndyke. I wonder if this is his kid or something. I don't know. I'll still ban dueling. You're not allowed to duel. Don't shoot each other. It's murder. No new colonies yet. And yeah, so the government sector put down in Ohio doesn't have any aristocrats to fill. Connecticut is colonized. That's here. Nope, let's see. Here it is. That's where I just put my fishing wharf. That's where that's what I'm building right now. So after I build the fishing wharf, I'll come back to Michigan, put down more logging and more corn. Tons of corn, tons. I'll put down 2 of each. Actually, I should probably start building doubles. Now my minting is 10,000, and my construction goods cost 14,000. So that's enough of the construction sectors until I get my GDP a little higher. Hit play. And I do spend a lot of money on paper. I spend $2,000 on paper. These government admin buildings in these other states. Let's see what happens if I turn it down. No, I'm not doing that. That's fine. But I do need this paper mill. There's 3 of them. If I build 2 more, I'll be able to open a paper corporation. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll get rid of the 3rd maize farm. So I'll build 1 cornfield, 1 logging camp, and then 2 paper mills. So it looks like the private sector is building a railway in Pennsylvania. So that means that my economy is about to shift into the industrial age. So I need to build a motor industry, a steel mill, and an iron mine. And that's going to be my necessity for now. It's going to take a while to finish this railway, but this is going to be the first railway in our nation. It's 1766 right now, but let's say 130 weeks. It'll be done 126 weeks. Forbidden love. The prince's heir, Franklin Thorndike, has caused a scandal by declaring his love for a young Algonquin woman. Let's see. He's going to lose popularity for it. Well, I could have plus 40 acceptance to Algonquin culture. So he could marry an Algonquin woman and get plus 40 culture. Yeah, that seems fine. I just hope she's an adult. I think she's probably an adult. Does it say who she is? So I'll click him. I'll do this one for the culture. And then... does it say his wife anywhere? It's probably not like... no, it's not like Victoria 3. It doesn't show their wives. Yeah, I'm sure she's an adult. So, started on the paper mills. Let's see, what's the best one here? I could appease the military, or I could piss off the bureaucrats. I would do that. I'll just let the guy out of jail early. Ontario, minus 91. Wonder why it's minus 91. Let's see, the population is 3 million. Oh, because the population is so high. Population in Ontario is higher than Michigan. First paper mill's almost done. That one paper mill cut the price of paper in half almost. Well, it cut my expenditure in half. But it pushed the price of wood up a bit. Good, good. So now, before I finish the paper and start any of those, I should go ahead and do another I'll do a livestock ranch really quick, and then just so I can open up this livestock ranch corporation first. Yeah, the livestock ranch will be done before the paper. 8 weeks compared to 12 weeks. The slaves have risen up in Connecticut. Good. I'm going to negotiate with the slaves, and I'll piss off the aristocrats. And the military, and the absolutionists, and the conservatives. Yeah. I'm on the slave side. I want to free those guys. Too bad I can't just do it, but I could just cheat and do it, but I don't want to do that either. I want to at least play the game somewhat normal. Okay, company. Company is built here in Michigan. Uh-oh. There's a beef liner on my head. And I'm going to establish the United Michigan Fabric Producers. I'm going to sell them my livestock ranches. So now, when I come here and look at my population, I see the capitalists. I have 2,900 capitalists. 395,000 laborers. Ooh, I can put a new company, the Combined Michiganian Paper Consortium. They make a prestige good of craft paper. Awesome. Wonder if any of my other companies, let's see. United Michigan Agriculture, they can make fine grain. This one can't make anything, nothing. The Fabric Producers makes prime meat, and the Paper Consortium makes craft paper. So now I'm building the motor industries. It's halfway done. District of Columbia is now colonized. Doesn't look like I can add an extra one yet. I wonder if I should add a new colony down here. Probably in Baja. Guess I wouldn't really need it because I'm not doing much down here yet. Eventually I will be. I still have 99 convoys, so that's good. When I run out of convoys, I'm going to have to subsidize my ports, because since I'm not using trading centers, the port can't, let's see, convoys, infrastructure, merchant marine. Yeah, merchant marine. The trading center consumes merchant marine, but since I don't have trading centers, this can't sell as merchant marines. So it's always going to lose money. So I have to subsidize the ports. So here's a mining accident. A mine in Ohio has collapsed. And I say this outrageous abuse of the common man must not continue. And it's going to make the urban workers get political strength. And the motor plant is almost done. I'm going to go here and look at my railway in Pennsylvania that they're building. It says it has 17 weeks left. It's just going to be experimental train with cargo priority. Okay, so the motor mill is done. Motor industries. Too bad it's not called motor mill. That'd be cool. Maryland has risen up against our colonization efforts. Well, I'll mobilize my army, send them down to Maryland, through Ohio, through Pennsylvania, and into the border. Now if I click on Maryland, I can see they can get 21 battalions if they have enough time to raise them up. But I could also have 21, so I'm going to raise my conscripts up. The steel mill is about halfway done. And I do need coal, but the coal mine down here can hire. And they are hiring. So I don't have to worry about that. War with Maryland has broken out. Yeah, they only mustered up 1 unit. The more states you draw units from, the faster they rise. The faster you get it, because it takes from all the states at the same time. So 5 states can fill 5 units all at once, but 1 state can only fill 1 unit at a time. See, I'm colonizing Virginia. Yeah, Michigan, Virginia. I think I can, yeah, I've made it to Maine. So now I can start to colonize Maine. Down here in this bottom corner. More Yankees. The Cajun people are having a hard time getting employed in Michigan. And I'll say work is for everybody. They're allowed to come work here. Yeah, there's 24,000 Cajun people in Michigan. 43,000 Cajuns in Ontario. So now I need iron. The steel mill's done. The steel mill's done, but it still needs iron. So the iron mill is halfway done. Iron mine. Now I just built these the railway and the motors and steel and shit, so I'm gonna go and privatize each one. Steel motor, privatize the iron, privatize the tea. Okay, so yeah, the private sector is building the tea and the rubber, so I don't need to worry about those. But I'm not building anything, so I'm going to put down a logging camp and a cornfield. Actually, I put down 3 of each. That'll keep the building queue going. Yeah, the public sector I think is going to put down new buildings when they need extra shit, so now that's started up. Once it gets started, the only thing I need to do is build up the construction capacity. And then the GDP is going to skyrocket. Okay, so the iron mine is complete. So the chain is done. So now I can look at the railway in Pennsylvania, and they still need coal. And coal is still hiring. I should probably put another coal mine in Pennsylvania. Let's see, the voice of the nation. A group of respectable musical composers teaching at the Arts Academy in Michigan have approached us. They have drawn attention to the alarming lack of a proper national anthem fit to invigorate our people's spirits. Here's a song. Land of warriors, land of splendor. Of this nation, the proud people's defenders will punish those who betray with power and reason's aid. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Now that's a cool anthem. Yeah, right. So the aristocrats are petitioning to enact appointed on advice, or enforce military discipline. So right now I have the unified executive. The prince also functions as the head of government. They want me to put in appointed on advance. It says the prince chooses the head of government from formal support from the legislature. So I'm going to do that. I'll give it to them. The aristocrats are asking, and I'll see what I can do. So I'll go back here, click on it, and activate to enable. And it looks like everybody votes yes. Not a single person votes no. Even the prince. The prince may vote no. It says he may accept. He doesn't know yet. He kinda can make up his own mind. I think it's more random. I think it's more like a dice roll thing. I'm not really sure. I like how in Victoria 3 the game changes and evolves on its own over time, and you have to adapt to the game. Some games you can, if you don't touch it, it stays the same. Right? Some games only change if you play it. But Victoria 3 changes and you have to work around it. I like that kind of thing. I guess it's the same with it's 50-50 probably. You know, half the games do, half games don't. So I only have 2 buildings left in my queue, and I'll add 1, 2. I'll add 4 buildings, 1 of each. And the livestock ranches says it's about to be downsized. So this whole coal issue, the railway needs coal and it's in Pennsylvania. So I'm gonna build a coal mine here in Pennsylvania. Because coal's cheap over here in Ohio, but it's hard to get it over to Pennsylvania. By the time it gets here, it's expensive. And that reminds me too, this market value, so it's 100%, but if let's say, if I get down to 0% connected to the market, if I don't have enough railway, it's going to affect the prices of items that come from other states. But if Michigan has tons of logging camps and the price of wood is like 1 penny, but the market access collapses down to 0%, wood in Michigan is still going to cost a penny, but I'm not going to be able to export it to other states, so it'll be expensive in those other states. So there's 2 options when this happens. You can either build railroads in the state with the logging camps to push it out to other states, or you can just put logging camps in your other states and have each state be self-sufficient so you don't need the railway. When I first started playing the game, I had a hard time figuring out how to deal with the low market access. But yeah, each state can run independently without any market access. I mean, not every state, because some states are missing things. You know, like Michigan doesn't have coal, so it has to import coal from another state no matter what. And that's where the fun of the game comes in. It's like a puzzle. And you can play anywhere, you can start anywhere in the world, and each territory has different resources. Whoops. Yeah. So just like Simcity, you know, it's all custom. So, tools, coal, and fish. Tools, coal, and fish. That's the things I need. So, I have coal right here, and I'll add another tooling mill into Michigan. I do have qualifications on green check mark now. Awesome. So what I'm going to do about that is take the tools, and I have rubber and I have steel. So I'm going to change my tooling factory to machined steel tools. That'll be my first upgrade that I use this check mark for. And it looks like it worked. Let's see, tooling workshop, 81. Tools are cheap. The law has just passed. Franklin Thorndike signed yes. A good law it shall be. Appointed on advice. So now I need rubber, but I do remember that the private sector is building this rubber camp, and it'll be done in 2 weeks. So when this is done, it'll start to hire, and I can send the rubber back to Michigan. Now it's cheap, so I can come back here to the tools, and I can see that it's cheap rubber, cheap steel, and I'm making, well, not really cheap, it's normal price. I think 1 stack of silver coins is the normal price. Copper coins is cheap. If you see gold coins, I would say that anything that has gold coins is too expensive. But being expensive isn't a bad thing. If it's plus 90%, that's bad. I want to build these down. In the vanilla game, it doesn't get to 90. In the vanilla game, it stops at 75%. Same with the negative. So right here, I have iron negative 90%. In the original game, it only goes to negative 70%. So this iron, it costs $4 a pound. It would never get that low. It's hard for this iron mine to make any profit, but that's fine though. I don't need iron because it's cheap. Yeah, so hit play. There's no prime minister. Right, that's why I paused it. So I'm gonna have to decide who my prime minister is gonna be. Now, I can't just make anybody the prime minister. They have to have a clout that's not less than 2%. So I can pick, and they have to be powerful. What's considered powerful? Where do I see that? Well, the leader's an aristocrat, and I don't want these ones. The group that has the most people is the farmers. So I think I want to take this guy, Gorham, and can't make him the prime minister. How about a professional? No. Aristocrat? Yeah. Military? No. Bureaucrat? No. Alright, so the prime minister is going to be an aristocrat. Caleb Cabot. That's fine. Caleb Cabot, whatever his name is. I don't really who he is, what he stands for. So Quebec has risen up against our colonial efforts, but we're also fighting Maryland. So I'm going to take my army, I'm going to split it in half, I'm going to hire a general for each one of my armies. Both military interests general. And I'll take the second army, the one I just made, and I'll send it over here to Quebec. And the private industry is going to build a tooling factory in Ontario. Well, I wish they would have put it in Ohio, but whatever. There's no buildings in Ontario that uses tools. So let's see, open up my list of states. Yeah, so there's no check mark anymore. And the qualification says I need 30 aristocrats, but I do have enough engineers. I have enough engineers. I don't need any though. And man, there's bees all over the place today. I want to play video games, not get stung. So, unfairly denied entry. The Cajun people in Michigan are being blocked from entering certain businesses. Oh, hell no. That sounds like some bullshit. Everyone must be allowed. Yeah. I am a jerk. War with Quebec. So we're fighting the natives because they don't like that we're colonizing their lands. And I win. Now, let's see. My colonies have come down here to touch North Carolina. So I can set up my new colony here in North Carolina. And it's mostly Dixie. We're coming down here into Dixieland. 19 Yankees moved in. Now in the normal game and vanilla, when you colonize a piece of area of land like this, Yankees usually won't move in. They usually have to convert, and then they usually don't convert for a while. But I got the mod in here to let people, excuse me, I got the mod in here to let my pops move around more freely. It kind of gives them more, I don't want to say agency, but I guess kind of gives them more. It simulates a representation of them having agency more than vanilla. So I need more government, and I might as well build it in Ohio here. No, New York. Yeah, I'll put a government building in New York. I'm going to put it on top of my building queue. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to let this guy out of jail early. I don't really want to put everyone in jail. So I'll put the government on top of my building queue. No, I don't remember why I'm building textile. I don't really want to. But I should be building luxury furniture. I need silk, but I can get silk from overseas. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. And yeah, I can come here and open up my silk plantation after my government. Even though it's a negative 66 construction efficiency, it'll take 35 weeks. I think that's okay. I think I'm going to call this one good. This has been episode 2. It's the year 1773. So it's 43 years after the game started. And the only buildings we have left is the car factory and the phone factory. And then, you know, explosives, fertilizer, all this stuff. Guns. So we need guns, cars, and phones. I think on the next episode will be what that's about. This episode here, we got the railroad. We got our first railway here in Pennsylvania, up and running. We got motors, we got steam motors, we got steam engines, upgraded the tools in Michigan, so now that we have machine tools, the tooling factory here in Ontario that the private sector is building. I'm going to turn... Okay, yeah, it's on crude tools. Good, good. So, there it is. 26 million people. The standard of living has gone down even further. Alright. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.